right, this is another episode of Strong United Voices. This your boy D.
And Miss Lovely. And before we get to our guests, we always like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Be Great Clothing, and whoever wants smoke. Now, let's welcome our guest. Dean is in the building.
Hey.
Let's go.
What up, y'all?
Let's go.
What up?
Okay, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes, we do.
But the first thing we want you to do is just give us just a little bit background on who you are for those that don't know, because you're known as the white boy, to use the nigga word.
Yeah.
So let's kind of
that's a quick
let's learn a little bit of history of who you are,
okay.
and then we'll get to some questions.
I was born and raised in Buffalo, between here and New York City. My father's Albanian. He came here at 8 years old from Debra, Macedonia. My mother's full-blooded Puerto Rican. Her family reigned from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Came here with my grandmother, Gloria Rosario, and my mother and her sisters and brothers. And then my father and mother met in New York City. Years passed, had me, my brother, and my two sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised mainly... I lived on 131 Goodyear, went to school 44 back in the day on the east side. Then as I got older, around 11 years old, we moved to the west side. I started going to Frank A. Cedita, Lafayette High School and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ran on Grand Street, Bird Ave, been everywhere.
Okay.
I was always that guy. So me personally, I was I call it a wanderer, because I was so anxious to learn about life everywhere that I would go and chill anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I got big hurt in the Spring Boys off of Chester and Waverly on Ferry and all them. I was walking down the street freestyling, and he asked me, "What you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm freestyling on my way to to my peoples." He was like, "Oh, battle my man." This is a true story.
Okay, so you was walking down the street freestyling,
and some dude was like, "Yo, what you doing?" I said, "I'm freestyling." He goes, "You rapping?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Now, what area was this?
This was on Chester and Wavy.
Chester and Wavy.
This is how I ended up. Ferry and Wavy. Sorry,
I'm about to say
Chester's a street right over.
Ferry. Okay.
So anyway, that's how I ended up meeting up with them. I was
Okay.
like, "Yo, battle my mans." Didn't know them from a hole in the wall. Walked over. We started kicking it, chopping it up. Battled their mans. We all became friends. Like, I lived everywhere. I stood in 10th Street. I lived on, everywhere.
You just been around Buffalo,
Yeah,
period.
been around Buffalo my whole life.
Okay.
In New York City, my grandma lived in Bay Street. My sisters, for a while, lived on 78th Street in Brooklyn. Like, I've always been myself. I was raised not white. I was raised Puerto Rican and Albanian.
Okay.
Both parents felt strongly about their heritage and culture.
Now, if you can, for those that don't know, which I'm going to include myself, the Albanian. What?
Oh, Albanian.
Albanian. Okay. What is like? What is it? I mean, like.
Okay, so Albanian is located above Greece, but my father's
Oh, Greece.
from
Okay.
Macedonia.
Okay.
So you have Greece, Italy, you have above us Turkey, everything.
Right.
And it's in Europe. It is European.
Okay.
But it's more like from my father's country is all mountains.
Okay.
They're just mountain dwellers, mountain people and everything.
Okay.
Villages all
Okay.
through the mountains of Debra and Macedonia, all that.
Gotcha.
And Albanians come just like anyone else. You guys,
Gotcha.
white as paper and almost as dark as night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's black Albanians.
Get out of here.
Yeah, there's people with African descent whose father was Albanian and was raised in Albanian culture. That's just cultural background.
Right,
That's not a
right.
race to me.
Right.
Like, in my eyes, and that's why I have a lot of understanding and respect for people, to give the respect that if you didn't like the word, it's not because I can't say it or anything like
Right.
that. It's just you don't like the word. I can
Right.
respect you.
Right.
For whatever reason, you don't want me to say the word.
Right.
Like, my problem with the word and how people say I shouldn't use it is because they have anger and aggression towards me, because my genetic coding happened to give me lighter pigmentation, and I don't see people like that.
Okay, but before we get into that, because I'm pretty quite sure I probably need to have my comment things up. Where did you begin with the battle rap though? Like, what made you just start?
Oh, that's how I actually started rapping. So
Okay.
I told the story on Blues. It's okay. What do you call it? So I told the story to Blue on her little video vlog.
Okay.
She asked me about. I said I was in my man's basement on Bird Ave, right off of Grand Street. I always talk shit. We like talking shit. We played a lot of games back in the day. I was raised with all boys, all my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the basement, we're saucy, and both my boys walk up to me, and they were freestyling already and everything, and just started rap attacking me. You know how I go, oh, look at Dean, he look like Fiend.
Right.
And these are the early stages, so it wasn't
Right.
like hot bars. It was just like,
Right.
Rhyming,
you
just
whack, and
telling about you.
you talk again, I smack, stuff like that. And I was never one to shut up, so I got up and I started freestyling and rapping with them and then battling. And then because I started like that, I liked it. I like battling because I like sparring. I like sports. I'm a Leo. Like I'm very competitive. So like I like the competition. So when that happened, it was like, okay, we fighting with words. Just another realm that I want to fight in. So like we started going at it. Then it really became like I told y'all the very first face off. People would call me, yo, my boy said that he'll chew anybody. Where? I dare him. Let's go. I done really battled over the phone, out of my sleep. I've done battled in barbershops, corners, dice games, trap houses. I've done battled in upscale. I've done battled white boys from Clarence. I've done battled, like, just anyone who wanted to rap, really. So, like,
So, no, I was going to say, so you've been doing this for how long that you could say, like...
probably, what? It was high school, so 15 years old.
Okay, so you started young.
Yeah.
All right. So when you did it, you first started rapping, you did the freestyle, and you liked it. You start going around. You was going to other people's hoods.
If I like,
to you.
So I never just walked into a hood like, yo, what's up?
Right.
It was more like, say I met you,
Mm-hmm.
and she was from the other hood, and you went over there, and somebody was there rapping and freestyling. You met me. I love freestyling anymore. You throw a beat on, I rap over anything almost. It's just my passion. Music, I love it. It's helped me through life in some of my darkest times. And you're like, yo, dude, I was just at the Gardens, or I was just over here with my people. They got their mans. What's up? Oh, I crush him. What's up? Just my attitude, just like in the face-off. Oh, I crush him. What's good?
Mm-hmm.
And they would bring my boy David that I bring around all the time. He was the one that first brought me to Fresh to Death Cuts. I walk in, there's a dude named Shay. He's from the West Side. He was a spitter from back in the day. He's like, oh yeah, Shay, don't you rap? He's like, yeah, battle my man. Dude was getting lined up. He's sitting in the chair getting lined up. But he went from lining him up to pausing the haircut, and me and him straight up had a 3-round battle right there.
Wow.
Then like we did it again one night. This was not too long ago. I was saucy, he was saucy. You could tell he was saucy. But we were joking around at D's house. He was on his live. We battled again, shits and giggles. Like, you know what I mean? So like, that's why I even told her it was never about the money for me. I just loved the sparring and the fighting and the hearing what he had to say. And if I like lost, like damn, how the fuck he come up with that? And training my brain to more and more, and being able to go as hard as I can.
So when you say you grew up in these hoods, the different areas that you shouted out from the east to west, do you feel like being in that environment kind of mold you into the way you talk and the way you move?
Well, yes and no. Because, like, it was my environment. It was the path of life that I chose for myself. Because, like, I tell anyone, you could ask me about anything. I don't shy from anything. I had a wonderful mother and father. I could have took the school route. I could have took this route. I could have took that route. But from my life, my path, and the circumstances that I lived, I followed my own stuff, my own walk. And sometimes that walked me to almost death and walked me to, promised lands. But it's just my life. And I had family members, being Puerto Rican, that was, regardless if it was from me that was walking around in that work, 'cause that's what motherfuckers talked and did. And it was never in my household or in my mind, used as a derogatory comment, or like my father's never said it, my mother has never said it, you know what I mean, because they knew they were raised in a time during that you don't say that motherfucking word.
Well, yeah, what the reason why I asked that is because of just period as a whole, the freestyling, the rapping, just the culture, you know what I'm saying? Who you is, anybody that can, when they listen to you talk, they can tell like, oh, he been around the hood, like, you know what I mean? It's like how, that's why I'm asking. Like,
I guarantee. I definitely. Now that I understand your question better, I would say that my environment definitely molded the way I talked, the way I act, who I was around. You know, that's given to anybody.
That happens. I was
given to anybody.
So, you know, when it comes to that, because, you know, here listening to you, even when you know, talking or even when you rapping, you understand that when, you know, everybody got that in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people that don't care if they Spanish, whatever. It might be albino, whoever is like, yo, he stand out or she stand out, but it's like when you hear him talk, like, no, you be like, oh, okay, no, shorty, you know what I mean, from the hood, or homie, he been around people, you know what I mean? So when it comes to that, we got to go into this now, when it come into the music field, though, who is your favorite rappers, though? Like your top 5 that you would say?
Ooh, alive or dead, or just in general?
In general, you know what I mean, you know.
So that's why I was writing that joint for the Cypher. You know, there was a lot of molds. It's like look at life. So as you move on in life, you may have been molded by this one thing, but there's something else that adds to that and adds to that. So there's been a lot of time through music's history and hip hop that molded me in this. So like I grew up very young hearing hip hop, you know, from family or from things, and I loved it. You know, all the way from, you know, Mama Said Knock You Out to Rapper's Delight, because I had people around me putting me on to the original, all the way back.
Right.
You know, KRS-One.
Yes.
Easy
That's my time.
Boys in the Hood, you know, and that's not just to name just the main people, but those were those people that were those people,
Right.
you dig?
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, he's just following the mainstream. No, I followed a lot of people. I've listened to people that are not even famous.
Well, who's your top 5?
My top 5 now, I would have to say for me, it actually molded my music and life. I would really say Big L, Big Pun, KRS-One, Wu-Tang.
Oh shit!
And that's a hard question. I'm only picking
5 is hard.
5 is hard because, you know, I there's so much respect I should be given, because
but these is
but like really changed my mind. And Nas, because of, like I meant in the verse, it's like almost giving a snippet of the Cypher verse. That line about the rewind really blew my mind. When he rapped an entire song backwards, it made sense.
Different.
And it was so different that it was like, okay, rapping doesn't only have to be about just your life and all that. I want to throw the Fugees in there.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
Fugees blew my mind.
Yes.
You know, but there's so many throughout the years that were specific things that I have to give correlation to, like cannabis. I love fucking cannabis. You know, Second Round Knockout was such fucking fire, especially with the situation, how it had to come to be. And you know, that made, like, gives belief in something else. Like, and then you have so many different aspects of hip hop, like from the poetry aspect, from you have like Mos Def, you have Raekwon, you have the Fugees, you have so many powerful voices and lyrical voices. Like, shout out to Lauryn Hill.
All day.
Not only a monster, that new Nas album. She popped up out of nowhere on that new Nas album.
Did she?
Amazing.
Oh, I gotta hear it.
Amazing. You would think after all this time,
she'll never lose it. She'll never lose it.
But you know you never lose it. But like, just to come out and it just sound, to me at least, as a fan, perfectly consistent.
Yeah.
It was like,
never went nowhere.
It was like she walked out the door, 20 years went by, but she walked in as the same person 20 years. So it was like,
shout out to Lauryn Hill.
It was just like, to me, wow. You know what I mean? And it's I just love the art and the craft. I really do. I really have a pure passion for it. Like, if you asked me to rap, I would just rap, not for anything, because just I love it so much.
That's what it. So what made you start it? Did we go over that question?
Yeah, it was.
What made you start it?
Basement. My 2 boys coming at my life in the basement.
In the basement.
And trying to chew my face off, and of course, you know, I no shame, I obviously lost my first time stepping up, going, yeah, I'm gonna get you, making corny metaphors. Child like Barney. You know what I mean? It's little stupid shit, but that's where everyone starts.
So you said, you know, one thing you said was, you know, rap and doing the music, it did help you get through some of your darkest times.
Oh yeah.
So you feel like it was like therapeutic, and you feel like you got to release that at that time?
Not only therapeutic, it's your voice. Like, you can have a voice on any subject with your music. And it's just whatever perspective you can come up. Even if you don't know about it, you could talk about how you don't know about it and what it does to you mentally, spiritually, physically, or what you could try to reach out to get the knowledge. Or like, there's so many, I guess, subject matters and perspectives you can put on to any part of your music. It was just like an endless road for me that I could not only progress and get better, but I can have a voice on anything that I'm feeling or anything that I think or want to think about or talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's why, like, I haven't released a lot of my music, not because I'm ashamed of it. It's just because, like, I didn't have a care for it at the time, the adulation and the glorification of it. It was more like I would play my music for the people that were just like, yo, man, I love this track. And I'm like, okay, you got a real love for music. Here you go. Because I want your honest opinion. I've never been the one to want you to look me in the face and go, bro, that was dope. And then walk behind my back and be like, that was trash. Shitty, yeah. I want you to look me in my face and be like, you fucked up here. You fucked up here. And I've always been the type to be like, they right. Fuck.
Right.
I'm going to fix that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, you know, with that being said, so you working on projects, or do you have some?
I got a whole bunch of music that I've been saving and sitting in the vault, and I'm getting ready to make a whole bunch of waves with. You know what I mean? Because like I told everyone, I keep sticking to this because it's the truth. I've tried little ventures, but I've never had my full spirit into touching down.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is different perspective for me. This is me touching down and getting everyone aware of it, because I feel like there's more I can do, and that's just for myself. You know what I mean? And there's aspects that I want to stay true to and never break, to feel like I'm adding to hip hop or giving something, because I don't want to just take from it.
Well, let's do this here, because I know this is what a lot of people may be watching for, so we can tune into that. We've never been offended by you using that word, because we know that's part of the culture. Actually, I watched Eminem or couple things Eminem had did, and he was calling people niggas. It's a difference of the nigga and nigger. So we know for sure you're not racist to us. But for those that don't know, because again, they know the white boy that's calling people niggas, which is basically part of what the battle rap is. If you being called a bitch, a hoe, or whatever, I don't see how all that is right by people doing that.
And you gonna be in my face saying it to me. You know what I mean?
Well, David Chappelle said he call anybody that. He don't give a shit.
That's how I feel. Like when I say that word, okay, for me at least, because the way I was raised and the way that I look at this world, that word has no association to race, color, ethnicity, cultural background, history. It does in the sense of my respect for it, of where it came from and originated. I have no faults in my understanding of the actual negativities and stigmas around that word, because I have done punched white boys in the fucking mouth for using that word. And I don't even like saying white boy, because it's just a person. I've done punched individuals in the fucking face for saying that to me around my friends, because of my genetic coding making them think that I'm white.
Right.
But I don't see white, black, color. I see person as a person.
Right.
You only gonna show me you racist if you racist. You only gonna show me your hatred if you have it.
Right.
You only gonna show me your good if you good. There's no denying a person. And to lump every single person in my life with all the shit that I've been through, it would be stupid at this point.
Okay. So we know you're not racist. That's what I want to clear up on here. You're not racist. No, it's not nothing you're doing intentionally. But what we want to talk about also is, like, far as the battle. I'm going on comments that was made at the battle, the last battle, and they felt because you didn't use the word nigga, that's why you was choking or feeling like you didn't win, because you wasn't using the term.
No.
So can you clear that up?
Yeah, I'll clear everything from the last battle. First of all, I want to start it like this. Limited bars, monster. Came, showed up, did his fucking thing. I don't take nothing away from the word said, whatever's on camera, whatever y'all feel he won, I respect and have nothing to do with that with my next statement. I didn't stutter or slip up because I couldn't use a word.
Okay.
Words don't mean shit. I had, running short, some medical shit happened.
Okay.
Long story short, I couldn't perform. Only part that I care about, don't care about the loss. If it's a loss, I didn't really see the footage to know how I feel about the first two rounds. Plus I'm freestyling, so I could maybe tell you 2 lines from that night because the people walking up to me and saying, yo, that bar was fire. You know, other than that, like there's no taking away from that. That's why I shut down. I didn't stutter. I didn't choke. I shut down. When the footage comes out, you're going to see me look bars in the face and tell them, I can't even focus on you right now, dog. I even in the battle tried to focus on whatever my brain could only think about and rap about that. And it was my pain and what has happened to me. So in the footage, you're going to see me try to rap about some of the shit that happened to me that makes me have this medical shit. So I tried to explain it. I couldn't even focus on that. I wanted to leave the building by my end of the start of the 3rd round. He still had a whole round to give me.
Yeah.
And I turned around, turned to my people, was like, yo, I want to go. But I realized that ain't no respect to him, ain't no respect to myself. So I stood there to let him finish this thing.
Right.
Then it was over, went outside, collected myself, went, took care of myself how I had to take care of myself with my shit.
Right.
And I'm back.
Right.
Taking precautions so it never happens again. And I'm able to keep it moving from there.
Okay. So there was a question someone may also ask, what and who made you comfortable to even start talking to black people that way? This is just a question, so we're not gonna keep elaborating on it. I'm just
I don't honestly know how to answer that.
So like
I don't know how to answer that because it's just been there was never with me because of the people that knew me.
Didn't have a problem with it.
Not only didn't have a problem with it, but they knew me. So it wasn't.
You ain't just walking around like calling people.
No.
So, I mean, not walking up here like nigga, but just every time you rap, is that?
Yo, I don't usually call someone nigga unless we are already comfortable. I'm not just walking up to random black dudes on the street.
There we go.
Yo, what up, nigga? No, I don't know you.
Right. Okay, there we go. So they're going to have to call in if you got any questions, 716-393-9677. He just answered basically the question that everybody wanted to know. He do not walk up just doing that to people. He is saying he has to be in a comfortable relationship for that.
No, it's not even. So here's the thing. Let me really clarify.
Okay.
Because I need to stay true to myself at the end of the day.
Gotcha.
I feel I could use that word because I am who I am. Mm-hmm. My DNA explains my heritage. I have Puerto Rican in me. There's black in me. I have it in my DNA chart. I am who I am. I am a nigga in my eyes. Mm-hmm. And that's who I'm going to walk, talk, and eat and breathe.
Okay.
My respect of not just walking up to people saying that is not about comfortability because I could talk however I want, whether the repercussions of me getting shot, beat, whatever the case may be to the ignorance of the understanding of who we are as people. Mm-hmm. But I have respect because I've already lived the racist attributes of all society. Mm-hmm. To blacks that didn't know me, I was cracker. To Puerto Ricans, I was fucking European because they learned, oh, you Puerto Rican? Yeah. Oh, but you Albanian? Oh, so you really, no, I'm split down the fucking middle. I can't help you that I was born genetically with less pigmentation. Okay. So like, I've always just been me. There was never a person that made it comfortable. I've been around the people that I've been around and it just so happened to happen, I guess.
So what it sounds like to me is that, you know, you well, from what you're telling me, is that, you know, you like kind of been an outlaw no matter where you were standing. Like,
well, it's not even about me being an outlaw. What I'm just trying to say that I understand the aspects of the racism behind just society. Let's just say it like that. So I understand all that because not only have I lived it, but I got family that I've done had to be in push officers off of. I got family that I've had to go. This is blood to me. Do you get what I'm saying? This is my family. So, other than my family, if you have a problem with me saying it, you could respectfully tell me like, yo, I don't like that you say that shit, bro. I got respect enough for you not to say it to you.
Right.
Because we gotta coexist.
Right.
But don't walk up to me like, oh, you fucking saying some fucking word. Like I'm part of whatever the stigma is or anything. Because one, I didn't get to live that, I guess, white privilege. The only privilege is that certain people might judge that I'm a white boy. Because of your skin. But I've had, until they find out I'm Puerto Rican, then that racism comes straight my way. I'm a spick, I'm all this all of a sudden. You know how many times I've gotten in situations where I've had to smack a motherfucker because they thought that I'm a white boy, and then they start talking some, oh, spick this, spick that, and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I ain't trying to be part of none of that. All that shit is stupid to me.
Well, we don't definitely want you to change who you are.
Oh no,
that's who you are. That's just who you are. But going forward, seeing that, and obviously you just made your statement very clear just now, is that if someone's stating to you, "Don't say that to me," that's a agreement that y'all come to.
No, that's just common. This is common decency.
Yeah.
As a normal, good human being. Yeah. How you doing? I'm like, it happened at Telly's house. I'm at Telly's house, right? And I'm talking with Telly. Telly don't have no problem with how I talk. He got to know me and everything. And I'm like, yeah, man, I just came from my nigga Dave's house. We was chilling, da 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 da. And his boy goes, could you not say that around me? And I said, oh yeah, all due respect. I was like, that's just how I talk. This is who I am. But I can respect you. If you don't like it, you don't like it for whatever reason. You ain't even gotta tell me whatever reason. I mean, that's just me. I'm a guest in this man's house. Right. I'm just being a kind human being. He didn't approach me sideways. Say that again, I'm gonna jaw you. Da da da. He's just speaking what he lives and his pain or whatever he feels about the subject. So I gotta respect that because I'm not him.
Interesting. Okay, so let's move on from that here. But what now that we got an understanding, so there should be no more questions. Again, we gave y'all the free will to call in and ask anything you need to ask.
Let me just say this too. This is it. We can move forward. But far as for people that's gonna watch this, or it might be battle rappers or whoever moving forward, we want to make this clear for them too. If y'all have an agreement and they tell you, yo, bro, don't use that, you understand that that's cool.
Yeah, it's in most of the contracts. We make contracts for a reason, right? Isn't that the point of being professional? Yo, please, state with your battler one subject not to talk about.
Right.
Like, and we respect that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just a mutual understanding because we ain't trying to bring it to that level. Not that we scared to go there or anything or any street shit or status quo.
Right.
It's just the decency is we trying to entertain the people. We trying to get ourselves off. We trying to put something on.
That's it.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. No, the reason why I had to say that because I know it's gonna be people that view it and see this. If I didn't have to make that clear, that even though seeing the interview would have still not, they need to hear it clear out. That, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, because there might be people in the future, whoever, and y'all always can come back and look at this. The brother said that. You know what I mean? We have even if it's something else about something else that you like, yo, fam, my father on his deathbed, bro. Don't talk about nothing about my pops or nothing, my nigga. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody be able to understand. We come to agreement. All right, let's move forward on it. Everything else getting talked about though, it's on for you. You know what I mean? It's battle rap, but we just understand that as a people, man and female, that if we have an agreement, that line ain't gonna get crossed.
Nando's,
that's it.
You know Nando?
Nando, yeah.
Nando. Yeah. He said, "What's up? Shout out."
Yo, what up, Nando?
Yeah.
BNS Exotics, how you feeling? What's good?
We glad we got this off because I got tired of hearing that personally. So I couldn't wait to interview you because we know you as a person. So we know those that watched it, they don't know you. You know, just hearing, I'm not into the chat rooms and all that shit, but just to hear y'all letting that white boy call you, like, y'all got to move past that. At the end of the day, I understand if it bothers some people because of racism and I understand that, but at the end of the day, if you get to know a person and see him and you'll see this boy, this man is not like no racism or being intentionally calling you out your name or anything like that. So we just wanted to clear that up so that we can expect what from you for the next upcoming battle. Let's talk about it.
How much can we talk about?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what can they expect of you? Because, are you writing? What's going on?
So my next opponent, I ain't going to say no names. I'm writing for 100% writing for.
Okay.
We got some stuff to discuss. We definitely do.
Okay.
We definitely got a lot to
I know
discuss.
we can't tell whose it is, but you know.
It's in November though. Stay tuned, y'all. We you know we got the October 24th coming up.
Yes,
y'all stay tapped in, but we
yes.
also got November that we focusing on November 27th. So y'all stay tapped in with that. But the brother just letting y'all know that he gonna be writing this time. You know what I mean? Of course he might freestyle rebuttal that just him, but he gonna focus on writing all 3 rounds this time.
So. Y'all about to see something
something different?
No,
is it something different or just even worse?
It's just if you think off of my freestyle and there's not to my own horn, you have any respect that I'm a monster from any of that, I'm writing and all my lines are gonna just be like my hottest lines. So
well, I've been putting on a title for you, calling you the Soul Snatcher.
Oh man,
I don't know if that's something.
No, that's what I'm after. So that's crazy that you said that because that's what I really want to do, and I'm after. I like the whole aspect of it, and trying to really destroy a person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It's fun because at the end of the day, we here. That's what we're here to do. That's what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming for jugulars. So I want everything.
Well, let me ask another question here because I know last time you had called out Jig. Did anything transpire with that yet? Or
yeah.
That's all. That's quiet right now.
No. Well, it's with the medical and the break for October.
Okay.
November, something else fell into the cards.
Okay.
But I still want Jig.
Okay.
We still addressing that.
Okay.
No, like don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
This just happened to play out like this.
Okay.
But Jig was supposed to even be before this.
Yeah, okay.
I would have took Jig this month.
Right.
But it didn't. For real. I told him I didn't really want a long break. I went and got in order what I needed to get in order.
Yeah.
I'm back in action. So,
right.
So
and, and shout out to Jig.
Jiggy Jig.
And, shout out to Jig.
And at this point right now, what as a league. The thing how I'm looking at is that his health is more important.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He was pushing to still be on his October 24th card. Right. I'm like, bro, listen, man, to make sure this thing is right, make sure you good, and you have time to write. It's your first battle about to write. Think about all that.
Yeah.
Feel me? So it's like, all right, got you, brother. You know what I mean? Sit out on this one.
Right.
November, make sure I'm there. Boom, made that happen. And it's one of those. Right. It's not just a regular matchup. I just put that out there. Right. You know what I mean? So, y'all want to stay tuned in for that. But the thing was to make sure when he come back in the ring, not only do he have his writtens, he able to deliver them and get it right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what we was on.
Yep. Right. And if they got anything that's fire enough, I will rebuttal. I will freestyle rebuttal, and I will do something about that.
All right.
So we have both in the pocket. I ain't ditching the freestyle. I'm just saving it for when it's necessary.
And that's part of battle rap, and I feel like that's part of that control and knowing and experience. You know what I'm saying? Because some of it we watch them. Some of the best do that. They got their written, throwing their freestyles, throwing their rebuttals from Hollow to Don, DNA, Charlie
It's all
Clips.
growth and understanding the industry and the game and learning how to maneuver.
Right. And like I said, everything happened for a reason. Because you asked, I want you to give me that in the face off. He's going crazy on it, man. I'm there. I'm going to
I was like,
bring up the monster.
Please beat me.
Right.
Because, I'm just mad I couldn't perform that day. Because I'd probably not be writing, but I'm a man of my word. So, I said if I lose in any aspect, didn't matter what happened, I'm writing. So now I'm writing. And my boys are ecstatic.
They want to see it now.
My boys
finally about to do what we the accent
because it's where I got started was battle rap. Mm-hmm. And I've written music and I got verses for but it's not like battle rap. It's a total different energy.
Different energy.
So and now I'm just doing it mixed with that, and I know I still got my freestyle. Mm-hmm. So at any moment, mess up, forget my writtens, whip that out, come right back, and then there's no choke.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That
clears the choke out.
I want to ask you this, Fire, because like you said, that was the style of battle rap before. Yeah. Before like the smack and like really putting it on that, it used to be just the who that your man said, he said what? Oh, I got you know what I mean? You just going in front of the rapping. That style compared to the style now, sitting back, writing, doing history, name flips, personal schemes.
Yeah.
Which you feel more is entertaining?
Oh,
on the spot right there.
I like both.
Okay.
I'll tell you. So, with the written, it's immaculate, and it's very, very polished, and it's very, very beautiful. I have nothing against the written. See, people took my concept of me wanting to freestyle like I got beef with the written or some shit. I just don't prefer to like to write because I like to just come at a person, and my brain is a little different, so I like bringing that extra to it, and I talk different when I'm just freestyling than my written. But I watch you know I love battle rap. I watch everybody, so the written is always phenomenal. You got everything from game schemes that utilize punchlines or game schemes that utilize the actual game and you know who was it Mike P's Street Fighter, the whole breakdown. Now you get a dude.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
But then when oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to play. We smoked. I'm a little stoned. When Anderson Burris hopped out for T-Top.
Oh yeah.
On my feet, it was like.
Yeah.
Like,
that was fire.
You know, and
fire.
And like
shout out to T-Top too. That was fire.
I love the schemes. I love the entendres, the similes. I love the way that they put them together. Right? I just have fun. I personally have fun with the freestyle and loving just the time.
No, I understand. I mean, to be honest with you, I like both sides of it because that was the raw era that was from the streets. That was that, you know, coming just your pain, who the best, just writing on the spot too, right there, different hoods, different cities, boys traveling, just who the hot, who the favorite, you know what I mean? And you just going, so now to how it elevated with the culture, everything that come with it as a whole, that, you know, the aggression, creativity, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, K-Shine bringing the chart out, you know what I mean? Like it done grew. So I love battle rap as a whole. We still got, you know, the Smack DVDs from back then, man. You know what I mean? So from Smack DVD, so I'm a Smack era and URL era nigga. You know what I mean? So I'm one of those. So, you know, when it come to this, and we seeing this thing elevate, and we watching Caffeine, shout out to Caffeine, URL TV, they linked that in, and you seeing how big it is now in the culture. Do that make you say, yo, I gotta stay outside because you was once retired, or you fell back? No,
it wasn't really retirement. It was more like life forced me to do something I had to do.
Okay.
So if I gotta do something, I gotta do it. And sometimes, you know, you gotta put certain things on hold. And it wasn't that I didn't love it or want it or need it in my life. It was just things become, you know, survival. Let's call it. You know, it's not really life, it's survival.
Sometimes you got to step back, and there ain't nothing wrong with doing it.
But I've got myself back into a place where I can step outside and be outside. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for to be outside. I love it. I love this too much. I really, like, if y'all have a doubt in your mind about my passion for this, I'm sorry. I love this too much. I love this way too much. Music has saved my life on multiple occasions, whether it got me through... I lost twins, and I had to bury them, and I shut down mentally, and music brought me back from that. Like, when shit got rough, didn't know what to do, put me back on course. You know, I was able to vent, find outlets for anger, issues, whatever the case may be, you know, and it saved me. And it's not just about the emotional aspect, it's also brought me nothing but joy. You know what I mean? Fun. My losses in life, battling or rapping or cypher, whatever, you know, not coming to a cypher might not even be the hottest one there. You know what I'm saying? It was fun for me. That was joy. That's good times, cracking beer. Like the night in the yard and shit, we was fucking just drunk, all freestyle, me and C's pushing each other off of the camera and just having fun. You know what I mean? That's just so much joy and passion for it, because you know. So that's why I love it. That's another reason why I like freestyling so much, because it's so raw. It's so raw. It's just like in the moment, if it's hot, it's hot. If it's not, it's not. But to be creative in that moment and just come with it like that, it's just been a joy for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But all right, you know, I'm spitting some writtens for you.
No, that's a fact.
I got some shit in the bowl. I got, you know, but I don't. Like, even in my writtens are all in my head. there's no book or pad anywhere. I could spit you to 16 from when I was 16. Like I don't have, like, my brain is different. I got a memory like an elephant. Yeah, I got a storage unit in my brain.
Nah, that's dope to be able to do that, because it's a lot of people that write stuff and it's like it just disappear after a while. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to do that and store it without the pen and paper, that's dope too. So you be on the spot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you like write in your head. You know what I mean? So, and it's only very few people that can actually do that. When it comes to music and battle rap, which one you feel like that you're more passionate about?
Oh man, battle rap. I'd have to be honest, but I love I can't really say that. It depends. Like, it really is, because battle rap has given me a way to really mold perspective on how to attack with rap, but music has really freed me. You know what I mean? So it's like I got a equal passion for both, but I got equal passion. I got a little more love for battle. I got a little more love for battle because they ain't nothing like that adrenaline, being in each other's face, roaring, hearing a bar that you like. Because, you know, a solid enough bar could rattle the, you know, your cages and shit. And you got to focus back in and all that shit. But it's like, that's why I'm like, yo, I don't care what you say to me. I've gotten past that, the hotness of your bar. Now it's more about trying to just double that energy and give it back. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good thing. And I'm glad we cleared that all up.
Yeah.
And looking forward for you for next month.
Yeah. Oh, November. November. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so focused on everything that we're talking about, but like November.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
It's
exciting.
It's one of those,
it's
man.
Popping.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those for sure. I'm telling you.
And so make sure again you come October 24th, or make sure you get your tickets. It's a different venue, place where this will be held at, so things are very strict and structured how this will be as far as entering in that building. So make sure you get your tickets soon as possible.
I wanted to say some things. When it comes to this, the reason why we doing this like this too, you got to remember we got people coming from Atlanta, Brooklyn. We got people coming from Illinois, St. Louis, Pittsburgh. We got to move a little different for this one. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is this is a big car, so we got to make sure everything is right. As far as timing too, anytime that you do see or say doors open, that don't mean that the battle's starting at that time.
Yes.
That's times is for the doors open for artists to come in, or people will come in, take pictures with the artist, chill, get the vibe, you know, get you a drink or something, whatever. We're gonna try to have food at the venues now, so that way you know, whatever you might want to do, just to chill and get the feel and vibe. That way you got your space,
right?
Because once it get too packed, you gotta just get in when you fit it.
That's it.
So that's why we say that, you know, so that way we, you know, good on that. So everybody understand the battle will not start when the door is open.
Right.
We gotta wait. And another thing, we can't determine when all the artists is gonna be there.
Right.
We don't know when they coming. Like I said, they coming from all over, planes, driving. So we gotta wait for all the artists to get there to actually start the event. Right. So salute to everybody that, you know, get the tickets. You know, you can go ahead and get them, pick them up. It will vary at the door, so you might want to get your tickets now. Get your tickets now, you know, and tap in with us, y'all.
Oh, yo. My opponent, if you're watching this, you are so fucking done. Me and you gotta talk. We already discussed that in the hallway. We gotta talk. We going to. Trust me on that.
That's gonna be something different right there. I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
That's gonna be a dope battle, man.
I'm excited. But again, October 24th, guys. Again, the doors open at 3
o'clock.
But doesn't mean you have to enter. But the parking, that's what it's all about. You know, for those that like to be somewhere on time, you can sit in your car, you can play your music. It's just somewhere for you to get settled and get in there so that you got your, you know, your space or the way you want to be. Also, but again, like I said, we are definitely making sure everybody got tickets coming to the door. If you're paying, we probably will have the Cash App information up.
Yes.
So that you don't, so you can just Cash App if you don't have your ticket. But tickets will be entering the building. We will not tolerate anyone that lost tickets, or you waiting for an artist to give you a ticket. You will have to sit in your car or sit outside until you get that ticket in your hand. We will not allow nobody in the building without those tickets. So just make sure y'all know, some things is just unacceptable when we're trying to have a peaceful event. And it's not about running moves, but let's just all have the courtesy to make sure everybody's entering who's supposed to be in there.
We got any questions from the comments or whatever?
I see a lot of people on there, but I've been waiting for the phones to call in.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Give
about
them the
5
number
more
one more
minutes.
time.
716-393-9677.
Y'all can call in real quick. We got a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments?
You want to ask thing? My thing's spinning, so I can't even get in.
Okay, well, if not, then we going to just, finish
Close
this
it up.
thing up, because you know how Facebook do.
They
know
cut
how
you
they
down.
do.
Yeah.
So we only got a limited time. I wanted to ask, while we wait and whatever people do.
Mm-hmm.
First, when it come to this, man, this sport, I know you said you was away for a second. Now that you here, it's like, how do it feel though? Because you've been away for so long.
It's everything that I've ever loved.
Okay.
Like it's like it's like you took the greatest love away from me. And it was like, actually, you know, you can have it back. You can keep it now. You in a state now that you could keep it and do what you're supposed to do with it. And I'm like, for real?
That's different.
And now it's just like that's why I don't even people are like, oh, you need to care about that battle you lost. Da, 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 da. I care about how I need to fix and mold and change and do better.
Right.
But I don't, because I still loved it. I still loved every second.
That battle was fire. And I'm gonna just say that, I still haven't watched it back on cam. I just got the word, from my boy that he did send it over. So I got to download it from the email.
Okay, nice.
So, the thing is, when it comes to these battles, in the building, it's a different feel.
Oh, yeah.
Watching it on cam is like, okay, fire, dope. But that energy in the building, that's why everybody always tell you want to be in the building. Yeah. Watching it on YouTube is fire. Liking, sharing, comment, it's dope. When you in that building and that energy is there, when that room shaking and we got to hold it down for 30 seconds because people just erupting all at once, especially the last event. We had about, 80, 90 people here?
Yeah, it was.
Feel me? So at the end of the day, it's different. You want to get your tickets and get in the building. Right. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. Right. We got 5 battles on the card.
Right.
5 battles, and these ain't regular battles for October 24th. So you want to be in the building, people from all over.
Right.
We got Head Ice back in the building again. Shout out to the Wolf.
For real.
Feel me? Chef Trez coming from Atlanta. Shout out to him. Right. Get well soon, King.
Yes,
we got Show Off coming from Brooklyn. You know what it is. Show Off,
Brooklyn
nigga.
In the
Feel
house.
me? We got A Beezy, huh?
A Beezy.
Big Beezy in the building coming through.
Wait.
Feel me?
Yes.
We got Petty coming through with the Petty Gang. Miss Petty, you heard? So we got Illa coming through. Quiet Assassin, don't talk about it. Feel me? So this is what we doing right now. On the flip side, we got Casino C's repping. He coming through, you heard? We got Telly, he coming through repping. We got Boogie Blue. Blue, feel me, in the building, man. That's coming through repping. We got Capital DC.
Yes.
He pulling up. We got people that's pulling up, man. Right. We got Lotto. Can't forget about Lotto. He the ticket. He said he coming through. He talking dirty, man. He said, what up? Right. Feel me? So this is what we doing, man. So y'all got to stay tapped and get in the building. You do not want to miss it. I'm telling you. Right. Or you're going to hear about it. You're going to read about it. Telling you, man. So there's no
change in that energy in the building.
Oh, man.
It's
different.
It's like, man, we Bills Mafia, so anyone from Buffalo know what I'm talking about. Watching a Bills game and being at a Bills game.
Totally different.
You know, people who like fighting. Watching a fight and being at a fight.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it.
And that's another thing I want to say, that thank God that all the events that has happened with this culture of battle rap, nothing turned ugly, nothing got out of hand. We hope to keep that same energy because there's no tolerance for it
at all.
At all.
Hell no.
So keep that negative energy at home and come out and have a good time. Like, I'm new to this and I'm loving it. Like, I'm really loving it. I finally understand what a room shaker means. And even though I might don't catch a bunch of things, but I feel a different energy. It's different. It's very different.
It is.
And I'm excited to watch it. I like it with just seeing a crowd of black minorities, white, Hispanic, all in one room, from different hoods that they coming in to just enjoy a function and an event. That's what I love about this, because that can't go on no other places, because it's always somebody coming in with a different spirit or a different energy or different intentions. And like I said, it's good to see all different hoods, and that's what I care about with Buffalo. As we always said, with the strong united voices, that's what it stands for, is being united. We don't look at, like you said, color. We don't look at that. This is our brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go around telling anybody that, you know, I like his spirit, I like who he is, and I like him as a person. So therefore, we try to bring everybody together like that, so we can keep events going on and keep them going. You know, everybody needs an outlet, even if you don't battle rap. If you come listen to it, you'll never not stop coming. You'll be like, when the next one? Right. When the next one?
And I'm glad to piggyback off what you said, though, Miss Lovely, because we had multiple people in the building, rappers and not rappers, say, yo, I think I want to get out there. That's how much energy they were in the building. They didn't get it off watching it on camera, though.
Right.
So when they was in the building, now rappers, 10 years, 15 years plus, well, I'm never battle rapping. After they leave the event, they tell me, I went home to like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they think they battle rappers now. They ready to,
I can do that with that.
But it's not from watching it on YouTube. Right. So you have to be in the building to get what we talking about. It's going to make you feel like, when the next event? We got multiple people. I'm not missing the next event. That's how they giving it up.
I know they asked for the shout out and shit.
Right.
He was one.
Right.
He spits. Right. He came here, saw it, was like, yo, I'm going to every joint. You get me a ticket to every joint. I don't care if you in it or not. I want to go.
Right.
Because that energy, bro, that energy.
And also to let them know, you know, you're looking for a battle leagues at 15 years old.
Oh, yeah, we trying to start something up. Shout out to Lil Slap. Shout out to Geechee Gotti.
Yes.
You know, shout out to Cuz. You know, I synced that young boy. He was, starting going. So, he even put some things like inspired my nephew. Shout out to Prince Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He like, hold on, man. How old is he? You know what I mean? Right. So to see that them boys is starting young instead of having them out there, giving them a pack or doing this and having them go run up on him, set it on him. Nah, what we doing is now get in the ring now.
That's right.
Talk about what you were doing.
Right.
If it wasn't for this, feel me?
Right.
Yeah, get it off.
Right.
Young boys and girls.
So we're going to be scouting. We're going to be scouting for those, because that'll take some of this tension off the street.
Fight with words. That's what battle rap is. You don't have to square off in the street all the time.
Right.
That's step in the ring, and I'm going to talk about if we was in the street, what I do to you.
Right.
Feel me? Like, that's what it's about. Get it off that way. Right. That way, when you done, that's where all the slap up, hug, bro, good battle. That was a fight. You feel me?
Right.
We got it off now.
Right.
That's it. It's a lot of people you even get closer and like, no, that's my dog now. What he say? Who we pulling up for? Feel me? Because y'all done built chemistry now. Y'all got it off.
Show your new way.
Me and Bezo started off and we gonna kill each other.
Right.
Now we got respect and love.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. And also December 18th. So far, it's December 18th. We have a song performance and a cipher all in one shot. So it'll be 5 performances by song performances, and then we will have a cipher to close it out. So make sure if you're interested, and I already have names down. Also, I'm looking for one more judge for the panel.
Crazy.
This is going to be a Christmas party on this one, y'all. For
SUV. Yeah. I'm telling you.
So this going to be off the chain too. So make sure that if I didn't get you, I'm not reaching out. I will start posting it again. I'm waiting on my 2 girls to call me. I know we missing each other on Messenger, but y'all know who y'all are. I'm waiting for y'all. I want them to also probably open up one of the ciphers for you. I might want to talk about that.
Okay, yeah, that's what we doing too. Because you might be
open up a song performance for the battles.
What we doing this here, like I said, December 18th. The date could vary, correct? If we
might vary because I need my DJ.
He was actually just calling.
Oh, shit.
He was actually just calling 20 minutes ago. That's why I couldn't answer. But yeah, so with that, also, like I said, we got a lot of things coming up in the future. If y'all want to do sponsors, y'all want to be sponsors and try to sponsor the event for SUV Podcast or for whoever wants smoke, tap in, whatever you got going on.
Right.
Also, vendors, we're going to be doing it probably
absolutely.
this October 24th. We probably not going to have enough space for that.
Right.
So November 27th, definitely tap in. Food, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tap in.
We want
for
some
vendors.
people that cook.
Right.
Come on
We
and
need to
come
have
on
that
in.
food there
We
for
need
the
that food there.
A lot of people was leaving some of the food spots. Where
Yeah,
they, you
so
know,
we need that. We need food trucks if you got a food truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can pull up.
Right, pull it right up.
Yep.
So.
Also, November, this will be a venue that we will have, so nobody got to keep running in and outside. We're going to have a smoking building for that. So
all right, let's go! I don't even smoke,
so
but...
we on that, but, you know, that way, everybody, me too. It's like, I'm in and out, everybody ain't got to do that. Everything we trying to have right there for you.
Right.
Drinks,
you want to
liquor,
eat, drink,
whatever you need.
We might even have some escorts there for you.
You know, but we gonna have we gonna have we definitely gonna have some entertainment.
Entertainment taken care of.
You know, so we
definitely.
Good. That's what we doing over here.
November gonna be off the chain, but this one in 2 weeks, it's gonna be off the chain too. So, but don't forget, December 18th, that's the song performance and a cipher all in one package. So make sure y'all tap into that.
Hit up, you know, Strong United Voices at Gmail. For that or for whatever. You know
Messenger.
what I mean? We looking for battle rappers. We looking for rappers, period. Performances, ciphers. If you got bars, you ain't with the song performance, come do the cipher. If you saying I ain't with the rapping, with all that, just rapping over a beat, I want to perform my song, tap in. That's what it is.
And I want to give it just a shout out before we close out to my peoples. Dom P. Indoor, Newbie, Pretty Bully, Indoor. How the hell? She's supposed to be the first name I called out. Our lovely host, Spills. If I'm
to my brother
Prince Bam, he's on there. He'll be in there. Prince Killer. So when we Bam, I don't know which one Prince we using. But yeah, I just want to shout out. I see y'all moving. I see y'all grinding. Shout out to Juicy, Mona Visa. Y'all are grinding. I like watching that.
Streets.
I know a lot of people going through a lot of depression with things not working out for them. Y'all just stay strong. Shout out to my girl Jazz 716 Uncut. You know, please stay strong, y'all. You know, we all go through. Just because we all smiling or got some pictures we showing them don't mean we ain't going through, y'all. We all got to stick together.
Facts.
And try to unite. You know, I know everybody trying to move on their own and do what they can do, but shout out to all the battle rappers in the city of Buffalo that been here. Shout out to the Whoever Wants Smoke family. I mean, it's really starting to be a real family, and I hope it stays that way and grows. Again, if it's not for you, it's just not for you. But again, y'all, shout out to everybody that's doing it around. No hatred, no competition. Really, sometimes if shout out to my cousin Jay Hawkins, we'll be reaching out to you because we might need you. We need you for work. So I'll be reaching out to you.
The brother too.
I'll be reaching out to you, so if I didn't mention y'all, those are just people I talk to on a regular basis. So, but shout out to everybody. Again, y'all, make sure y'all stay tuned. October 24th, it is going down. Peace out.
Salute.